Here we go! From Wayne to Wallingford to Parkside and to Arizona, the site of the Super Bowl. This is Monsoon Live right here on Facebook and YouTube and throughout the entire world. I'm your host, Jeffrey Monsoon Mysick, and are you ready? Ready? It's a Super Bowl Sunday edition of Monsoon Live. And before we kick our show off today, I want to do a couple shout-outs because we got a lot to cover in this show, and it's a no-holds-barred approach on this show today. First off, I want to do a big shout-out to two people from Wawa, number store 257. And you guys all know I work there, and most of the time during our shows, I'm drinking a Wawa beverage just because, frankly, I have a Wawa right in here where we do the show. To Connor and LL, big shout out to you from the host with the most and the, chairman of the board, me. And two other shout outs. One to Allison Kersey, who is recovering from gallbladder surgery. She was in Paoli. I believe Phoenix or Paoli, I'm sorry. There are two people that we're going to give a shout out to that were sick this past week. We want to give a big shout out to her. She's playing a major role in March. We'll get to that in our show. And also a big shout out to Ashley, who had some health issues as well. Big shout out to both of them. They're good friends of ours. So we want to say, hope you all feel better and get back on your feet. And Allison, you better get ready. You're part of something big in March. What a week. Can the weatherman screw anything up? I mean, we will get to them in a minute. But first, let's talk about the storm. We do have a snow event on the horizon. Yes, I said the four-letter word snow, but let's break it down for you because it all depends on where you live. And if the track stays the way it's been saying, this is where we're going to go. First off, if you are north and west of Philadelphia, you're going to be in the battleground zone. There'll be a battleground zone between Philadelphia and about Reading. It's going to be like a goalpost. We're going to get into there. That will be the mix line. So let's break it down for you. The storm arrives tonight after 7 o'clock. It might start a little bit earlier, depending on where you live. 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock or 4 to midnight is the general time frame that we're going with. It will go as snow, freezing rain, total rain, in that corridor that I told you, south. Then it will try to change back over later in the afternoon. Now, what's going on? Basically, winter weather advisory is issued for most of Chester County and south. Some parts of Montco is under the winter weather advisory, Delco and Philadelphia County. That is in effect from 7 p.m. this evening to 7 a.m. tonight, and that will be for the I-95 corridor, which is Wilmington to Philly. Snow, sleet, freezing rain, snow accumulation 1 to 3 inches in that corridor, and then freezing rain. It will be mixing with all this, according to National Weather Service, will be mixing over to freezing rain and to rain late. So hazard conditions for tonight, please be advised. Now, if you are Pottstown, Montgomery County going up, guess what? You're going to get it too. Look for 3 to 6 inches. And then if you're north of Reading and Allentown, we're looking at 6 to 12. Everything up there, it's going to be a snow event mainly. And you will have a little bit of mixing. Like I said, we're just, double checking all of our sources because we want to provide you with the most accurate forecast because, frankly, we are the best. I like to toot our horn. By the way, Allentown will also have a changeover as well. That's that storm, and then it goes into a little cold pattern, and then we'll warm up and we'll probably get some snow. So that's that. The storm that never happened. Well, it happened for some, New England. Didn't happen to us. Folks, I'm going to break it down for you. I will give you the facts. I will give you the truth. This is what we know. I work, as you can tell, full day. Don't see the weather maps until I get home. That's why we try to do Monsoon Live updates as much as we can when I'm not working. That being said, the weather people screwed up, and I apologize to you, the viewers, that the weather people are morons as well, that they, sometimes they don't figure it out. Like I said, no holds bar. I'm going after everybody today. Don't tick me off when you say, the weathermen are always right. Seriously? I heard that all day on Tuesday. I had to bite my tongue. And I'm like, do you know how much work it is just to do the forecast? It's not looking at numbers. You're crunching computer models. You're making sure, and then you have to sit through all this data. It's the guy who sits in this chair behind the scenes, not the weather guy, who does it sometimes. That works. Now, there are some people who are on camera that actually do the work as well. But think about all those people that you've offended that you're blaming. The grunts. And then the lead guy. The lead guy hypes it up, but he also is to blame too. But think about all those guys. So when we make fun of the weather people, you're making fun of an industry. And that's my rant on the weather, folks. And like I said, I will do my best to get it for you. So you guys know, I use European model. I use NWS, AccuWeather. I take all the forecasts as well. And then I add my own observations as well. So I do what they do. I actually do what the equivalency of what all the other channels do, and they have a full staff. And I do it by myself. Yeah. And I only have an associate. Okay. Well, moving on. As you can tell, Faith Hill's kicking it up. We had Hank Williams. You might as well get Faith into it. And the headlines of the day: Super Bowl Sunday. Does anybody watch it? And yes, I have pulled out the one that NBC last hosted. And let's just hear it real quick. Yes, it's winner take all, the Super Bowl, the madness that is going down in Arizona. And here it comes. Let's hear it. I told you this is going to be one of those shows today. I forgot to say that, right? I'm just glad we were able to put them on our show. It is the Patriots versus Seahawks in the Super Bowl in Arizona. And it's funny, there's an article in the Sunday Times, or the Delaware County Times, and it's one of those articles that you have, when you look at it, should we do it? The NFL did this a couple, I think last year, I forget what year they did it, but they did the NFL big game in New York City, and they were freaking out about possible snow. They're hoping, and I quote, to host a Super Bowl in Philadelphia. I'm sorry, give it cold weather. Give it warm weather. Because I guarantee you now, if that's the year the Eagles go to, that'd be the year you have to go to the Super Bowl in Philadelphia or you're doomed. Come on. So, and we were talking about this at work yesterday, and it was funny. There were guys coming in, and I love when there's something big in the air. When there's that feeling, that energy. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's awesome. And there was a guy wearing New England Patriots. There were Seahawks jerseys. And this customer, and I want to share this with you guys. I had Tom Brady on my fantasy football team. By the way, I usually have the quarterback for the Super Bowl team, sometimes in the Super Bowl. So I'm rooting for New England, not because, oh, well, they cheat. Where's your integrity? Blah, blah, blah. Ah! No. You know, I'm rooting for New England because Tom Brady was on my fantasy football team. It's Tom Brady. And the Seahawks, they're the perfect, I mean, everyone's like, oh, it's cheating New England versus the champs. I'm like, yeah, but think about it. Seattle's the up-and-coming Super Bowl dynasty. New England's the Super Bowl dynasty along with Pittsburgh, Dallas, you can add that into it. But, you know, there's certain dynasties in football right up there. So you put that up, and the villains, in my book, are not New England. It's actually Seattle because they have some cocky players. They have a right to be cocky. Good job. But that's why I like this game, because it's like, who's going to win? Because think about it. One of the best quarterbacks of our generation, next to Brady, Peyton Manning, got his butt kicked last year. He did. He got kicked. I'm getting the looks right now. This year, it's going to be interesting because New England does more passing than running. So it'll be interesting how Coach or Darth Belichick and Anakin Brady or Darth Brady does. I mean, yeah, they do Star Wars references, folks. So my pick, as you can tell, is New England over Seattle. And I'm going to put it right now, 27-24. And the commercials are going to stink except for one Jurassic World. Yes! Can't wait for that. So, I hope you're ready for Super Bowl. If you don't watch the Super Bowl, watch the commercials. I hear they're really good this year. And the halftime show should be good. Oh, yeah. As you can tell, I have a new look. We are gearing up for a new month. It is February. We're about to introduce our new series called Going Places, and we're going to be airing some specials on our network. Yes, the YouTube channel, Monsoon Live YouTube. We'll have that. Big announcement today. I'm giving up the hosting job. What? Yes, Nick Jonas is playing right now. I'm giving up the hosting job for this show in March. Just so you guys are aware of what's coming up. In March, after we do our February series and our Road to Mania 2015 has officially begun, Allison, who is right now recovering from surgery, I've approached her and John Walton, the new Hall of Famer. We're going to do about 2 or 3 specials at John's studio. One of them is No Holds Barred interview. They're going to interview me. Any questions? If you got a question for them on our Facebook site and our YouTube channel, let them know. You can ask me anything you want about me. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to cap off our year-long celebration of the history of this show. And we're going to be recording a couple specials about that as well. Also, Allison and I are going to do host for the show at John's Studio, and we're going to probably record Mania at John's Studio as well. So I'm excited. March is going to be a big month. So I want to let you know that in March, someone else gets a chair. Not me. Well, folks, that is our show for today. It has been a blast. It has been a privilege to be covering this show for you. And I hope you have a great day. Good luck. Whoever wins the Super Bowl, may the best team win. New England. And don't forget, tonight into tomorrow, be safe if you're driving. And we'll give you any updates as they come through the main thing. But let's end it. Jonas. Yes, Nick Jonas will be our one of our songs in our new season here. Our February. And we hope you join us next week right here on Monsoon Live. But for now, from Wallingford, it's time to get ready. And frankly, I have not had my iced tea this morning, and I'm still waiting to eat my stuff. We'll see ya for the big bash next week. Have a great week, all. Later days, as always. Signing off. And by the way, I look too good. Later.